So in my last video, this happened. But in today's video, we're going to be getting it fixed. So please make sure you like and subscribe, and let's get into it. Right, as you can see, I have a sander and we have the old bumper. I want to make everyone aware, I have never done this before in my life. I've done no bodywork at all. So doing this is pretty ballsy, because if I mess it up, well, if I mess it up, I'll take it to the body shop. But me and Tom are going to attempt to basically get this ready for paint again. You can obviously see all around here, it's cracked. This is basically a fiberglass panel. It's all cracked here. All the paint's cracked down here and it's knackered. So we're just going to sand the entire thing back, glue this panel on the inside, bit of filler, sand and smooth. What can go wrong? So yeah, like I said, I've never done any sort of bodywork stuff like this before, so it's a completely new chapter for me. So I thought I'd take you guys along with me with it. We're going to sand it all back, as you can see, get all the first layer of paint off, and then we can glue that panel back in from the inside and the front with a bit of filler as well, and then sand it smooth, and hopefully then it'll be good for paint.
I don't know what to do with your kiss on my neck.
Been going at it for probably about half hour, 45 minutes now. Fair amount of time with the sander and by hand. This is currently how it's looking. You can see. So, definitely getting through the first layer of paint and down to the primer and filler and things like that, where the last guy at the body shop obviously primered and filled it all up before. So we're basically we've done the main front face of the bumper, but we've got to do the sides and the edges and stuff, which is probably going to be the most time consuming bit. And as well as that, there's loads of little nooks and crannies that you've got to get into by hand. So we're going to keep cracking on for maybe another 45 to an hour and see how we get on, and then I'll update you later on, because it's pretty boring watching this type of stuff. Right, me and Tom have literally been grafting for like 3 hours now. Tom's actually gone, so I've just kind of finished off a few more bits. I've just been going at it with the sander for ages, and this is how we're looking. I would say that is more than enough. It's gone through a lot of, you know what I mean? It's, yeah, I think that is good enough. Next thing we're going to do is I'm going to leave this for a minute, because it's going to take a lot of etiquette and fine, you know, suspense trying to get all this back together. So I'm going to put this to one side, and then we're going to fast forward to tomorrow night, where we're going to try and repair my splitter, my fiberglass splitter. We're going to try fiberglass bond it back together, sand it and spray it, so it can be reused, because that would be quite nice. So that's going to be the next job. We're going to put this to bed for the time being. So yeah, let's do that. Right, we're here, we're at Tom's. We've got the splitter on the floor. Basically going to be trying to do this fiberglass repair. It looks like all you have to do is lay the layers, like a fiberglass layer down onto it, and then put this like glue, and then kind of sand it all back, and then do another layer, glue, sand it, let it dry, kind of thing. Keep doing it, layering it up, and then when it's all dried, put like plastic body filler, and then sand it smooth, and then paint it. So it's pretty much like, yeah, it's pretty much the way you do these types of things. This is the kit that I've bought. Got it from Halfords. I think it was about 14 quid, so it's not too bad. Yeah, I'm just going to set up a time lapse, and we're just going to crack on with it, and I'll update as I go along.
I don't know what to do with your kiss on my neck. I don't know what feels true, but this feels right, so stay safe.
down, cause I can't keep them open. All I see is blur, I think my mind's broken. Tell me how your love turns so potent. I wanna leave this place.
Right. It's not dry, but it's strong. So we're happy enough to start sanding it down, preparing it for paint. We're calling it for tonight. This is the absolute state it's been left in. I know it looks really rough. I know that's bad. I know it's bad. But we're gonna hopefully come back and sand it tomorrow evening, really smooth. There's enough filler on there to sand back to get a nice smooth surface. And then we'll paint it tomorrow and hopefully it comes out all right, better than it was. Right, so I know I've skipped over a bit here, but we're back at the garage and I'm sanding back the filler to get it nice and smooth, ready for paint. After that, obviously, we're going to be doing the primer and the paint and then move on to the bumper, which I'll show you the quick clips of in a minute.
I can't be awoken. I can't be awoken. I can't be awoken. I can't be awoken. I can't be awoken.
So, unfortunately, it's not perfect by any means whatsoever. It really is not. But I gave it a go. If I paint it, I know you will be able to see all the little dents and cracks and marks, but to be fair, I'm really not too bothered. It's going to be at the bottom of the bumper. The bumper's the main bit that I want to be pretty good. Splitter is, we're reusing a pretty messed up splitter, so I think it's come out all right. And I think once it's been painted on the bottom of the car, you're really not going to notice it that much. And I'd like to think hopefully a bit of a primer would fill these little gaps and divots in, and the paint will fill them in a little bit as well. So I think what I'm going to do is put a coat of primer on it, and then we're going to move over to the bumper. So you obviously saw I managed to sand the bumper down to a pretty good happy medium all over, got through most of the layers of paint, but it was pretty rough. I was using 120 and 80 grit sandpaper, and I wanted to be nice and smooth, really ready for paint. So I'm now basically going over the entire thing with 1000 grit to get it nice and smooth, and then we can move on to the actual fiberglass repair.
I don't know what to do with your kiss on my mouth. I don't know what feels true, but this feels right, so stay yourself. I wanna be alone.
Right, before we go any further with the video, we need to talk about Mangoal. Now Mangoal is the one-stop shop for all of your high-quality dashcam needs. Now they offer a whole wide range of dashcams for loads of makes, models of vehicles. They're absolutely amazing, the variety of choice that they can offer. Now the unique thing about Mangoal, different design compared to all the other brands and markets on the company. Mangoal strives to get the OEM plus sleek design with all their dashcams, as you can see here.
Yo, yeah, open your mind, tell me it's alright.
Now I've personally installed one of these dash cams and it really is simple. I'm going to attach the link to my video of installing it up on the screen now. Now alongside all these amazing benefits that we've already discussed about Mangoal, they also offer a mobile phone app where you can connect your phone directly to the camera and download all the footage that is recorded. It really is just that simple to get the footage from your dash cam straight to your mobile phone. If you didn't realise, but if you had an accident in your car and you have a dash cam, you're way more likely to get your insurance claim approved. This is because they have actual evidence of what has happened and it really backs up your claim. As well as this, if you add a dash cam onto your insurance policy, it may even reduce the price yearly as well. As you can see, it really does blend in with the car's design, making it hidden, subtle and beautiful. With all these benefits we've discussed today, there really is no reason to go have a look and check out the Mangoal website, which I have left links into in the bottom of this video. So yeah, many thanks to Mangoal, and let's get back to the video. So I've gone over this bumper with 1200 grit sandpaper all over, and I've been feeling it with my hand as I go to make sure it's really smooth, because with the 80 and 120 grit it sanded the paint off, but it was really rough to the touch, which is not what you want when you're painting. You want it to be as smooth as possible, so the paint is as smooth as possible. So yeah, I've sanded that. Now when you rub your hand against it, it's lovely and smooth all over. Took a long time. Now over here we've got the splitter, which is all primed up. As I said, it's not perfect at all, it really is not good, but I'm going to start sticking the first layers of paint on. Yeah, let's see how we go. So I've got paint drying over there. I'm going to tackle the next mission. The next mission being sanding off all this old glue, trying to get all this old tiger seal off all around the edges, because all these edges and corners here need to be sanded, prepped, ready for the fiberglass that we're going to put on. It's basically the exact same process that we've done with the splitter. Sand it all back to it's a rough surface, bit of resin, fiberglass, resin, fiberglass, resin. You've seen the process, let's crack on. Obviously when we done my split the other night, I had the opportunity to use Tom's lovely Dremel with a little sanding bit on the end, but today I don't have that opportunity. So it's taken me a while, but I've managed to pretty much sand most of the panel bond and everything either side, so the bits fiberglass has something to stick to. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get some masking tape. I'm going to tape this panel and hold it in the perfect position, because that wants to be held like that. And then once it's held in the perfect position, then I can start applying the fiberglass stuff, which will harden it. Now once it's hardened, all we have to do is fix these crack lines, which all being well, some filler can do. Obviously I'm definitely going to try and do a better job than that splitter, because that was not good. So yeah, what I'm going to do is start taping it up, try and get it in a good position, and yeah, start the fiberglass repair. So I've got it all taped up, lovely. I made sure that these lines here are like flush all the way down. The only bit that isn't quite flush is this corner bit here, where the actual filler's broken away, but I reckon that'll be fixable. So the next thing to do is flip it over and start the fiberglass repair procedure, which I'm pretty worried about because I really don't want to mess this up. So yeah, well, here goes nothing. I'm giving it a go. I'm going straight on with the resin and the hardener, and then we're going to stick some layers of fiberglass over that. It's the exact same process that you saw me do with the splitter. So yeah, resin, fiberglass and a layer of resin over. Keep repeating that until it's nice and strong. So I've done 2 layers of fiberglass on that side, 2 layers on that side. I'm going to let it set a little bit, do a few more coats on the splitter, come back and do more on this. I am planning on using most of that stuff on here. The more layers you do, the thicker it will be, the stronger it will be. So yeah, I'm gonna just let that set, because at the minute it's like really sticky. So I might just let it set a little bit before I keep putting it on. I put both of them on whilst the resin was pretty much soaking, so I'll let it dry a little bit and then do a few more layers. So I'll catch up with you when it's pretty much all done. Just come back and checked the 2 layers that I've done either side, and it was solid, like really solid. I have done one more layer over it, come out really sloppy. I basically run out of hardener, or run out of the liquid stuff, can't remember what it's called, but that'll have to do. I think it will dry and it will go rock solid. So I'm just going to put a few more coats of paint on the splitter, which isn't looking too bad. Right, it's all gone hard, it's all gone solid, so I've come to the front, I've taken the tape off. This side, just exactly how I wanted it. It's dead smooth, the gap is filled, like it's perfect. Like that with a bit of filler and sanding will be spot on. But this side, it must have moved. So yeah, that panel moving is exactly what I did not want to happen, because it now makes my life hell. I managed to sand it back and add loads of filler, and luckily managed to get it smooth, as you can see in these last clips here. But this is all she wrote for today's video, so if you did enjoy it, please make sure you like and subscribe and follow on for the series to see what happens next.
My eyelids are down, cause I can't keep them open. All I see is blur. I think my mind's broken.